What's happening, guys? Making this one on the flop real fast. I talked to Crabtree the other day, got some receipts on this scamming psychic. This shit needs to stop. This is who I'm talking about, people, right here. The psychic sleuth. Now, understand that this person claims that Sebastian Rogers is no longer on this earth, tells people that he is deceased and in the water somewhere. Now, if you recall, a few lives back, we read an article about this journalist who broke down this psychic and all of her shenanigans, the way that she works, how she just uses material and does research and claims that she is having these sightings and seeings and these spiritual awakenings. But what you have on the screen here is communication between Crabtree and the psychic sleuth. As you can see, there's a lot of water on here, and this is the way that it was sent to me, so I'm sorry that it's kind of going fast. I will put all the screenshots and all the receipts on the screen, but I wanted to debunk this misinformation because this lady was trying to get in with Seth and TikTok Tony in the beginning. I will give it to TikTok Tony. He did kind of shut down the whole psychic thing. I don't know what happened later in the game. Apparently, they did maybe talk to some psychics or whatever have you. But she was trying to use Crabtree to get in there with Seth and TikTok Tony. If you guys recall, Crabtree, when he came from TikTok to the YouTube scene, he kind of was talking to TikTok Tony, and he wasn't a Chris and Katie fan. Personally, I don't know where he stands in the case now. It seems like he's had a turn of heart. But as far as when he first came on the scene, this is what it was. Now, I tell you all this because in these screenshots, in these receipts here, what we have going on is there's communication between the psychic sleuth and Crabtree. And obviously, she's sending him all this stuff because she wants the guy to go look in the water for Sebastian. She's dead set that Sebastian is in the water somewhere. She has no receipts, nothing to go by this, right? And she's telling the parents of a missing child through a third party, Crabtree, that Sebastian is in the water. Or as the receipts say, she's not ready to tell him himself. She doesn't want him to have the bad news, as any of this is factual, right? But the thing is, at some point in these receipts, at some point in this conversation, Crabtree decides, hey, I want to talk to everybody involved. Now, at the time, he was kind of working with TikTok Tony, but there's a conversation about how he wants to speak with Chris and Katie or talk to them or whatever have you. Just have communication. Again, this is in the beginning. The lady claims that she as you can see on the screen, slow it down, pause it, zoom in, whatever you need to do. The lady ends up snapping on Crabtree and says, you're wasting everybody's time. What are you doing? I told you Sebastian was in the water. There's no use. There's no sense to talk to Chris and Katie, as if she has some real facts here, people. As if Sebastian is actually in some body of water. Nobody knows this. There's no facts behind this. There's no proof behind this. There's no evidence behind this. This lady is a complete piece of dirt. Now, as also you can see in these texts, there's a whole bunch of asking for money. Can I have this? Can I borrow this? Do you have this much money? I'm having hard times. This, and that. It's out of control. Now, why do I bring this up? Not only is it disturbing that this woman is claiming that she knows where Sebastian Rogers is without any proof, there's a scam here, people. And this is all off a missing child. Now, throughout these screenshots, I'll try to stop it as I have found it myself, if I can. As I'm looking at these screenshots, again, these are how these are sent to me from Crabtree. From his iPhone, he's scrolling, not sending me one screenshot, but he's sending me the whole conversation, right? In these screenshots, I notice through conversation amongst her and him, what I notice is there is a Facebook group So, and it's from her, and the group it's a Facebook group, and it is actually about her, the entire group. I think it's right here. Let me see. And I zoom in, as I'll try to show you here if I can. I zoom in and I see the name of the group. So I take a look. I jump over to Facebook after receiving these screenshots, before putting this video together, and I join the group. Now, this entire group is a group on Facebook, and it's solely created to expose this person because this lady has been scamming people for thousands upon thousands of dollars. Now, as I'm looking into this group and speaking with some of the members in it a little bit, reading some of the posts, this has been going on a long time, people. This woman has made thousands of dollars just off the Sebastian Rogers case by itself. And people there's people, and there's actually more than one group about just this psychic, but she's made thousands of dollars off Sebastian Rogers to the point where people are wanting to know if they can possibly get a lawyer against this lady because she's completely scammed them. I don't really know if that's possible. Leave it in the comments if it is. As I'm talking, I'm scrolling. I'm trying to show you guys the group. If I don't find it here, I will absolutely pin it in the comments, or it'll be in the description. I'm a member there. I've been sharing some of my videos there. It's worth a listen, worth a look-see if you watch this video yourself. But yeah, people, this is all crazy, all off the back of Sebastian Rogers. Again, no one has found Sebastian. There's no proof of where Sebastian is. The misinformation has to stop regarding Sebastian Rogers. It's not fair to him, not fair to his family. Regardless if it's Seth or Chris and Katie, could you imagine somebody that you're supposed to be working with finding a missing child, gets mad at you because you want to talk to all parties, and says that you're wasting their time and they actually know where he is. You're wasting your time because he's actually in the water. And this is crazy, people. Thousands of dollars. But I bring this up and I want to knock this misinformation down because I don't know how many times this lady has gone live claiming Sebastian was, not with us, not alive, and in a body of water that she thinks. Again, there's no proof of any of this. It's just what she thinks, And even to the point where she was going to tell his grieving father, look, you may not like Seth. You don't have to like Seth. But I think everybody understands the man is grieving and misses his son, no matter if you like him or you don't. She was literally trying to get in his ear and sell him this lie about this body of water. This is ridiculous because there's some dog, the bounty hunter crap. This is in the beginning. It is ridiculous because if you read that article, and I will also try to pin that in the comments, that in the description. If you read the article, this journalist breaks down a lot of her grifts and a lot of her lies here, right? This is all she does in all these cases, right? This is all she does. She'll pick something like a body of water. There's lots of bodies of water where Sebastian went missing, and if it wasn't a body of water, it would have been something like, I have a feeling or a psychic sense that he's in, by some woods. With missing children, think about those two things: water and woods. You know what I mean? It's like saying, I'm seeing a woman in your life. Well, everybody has a mom, so if you say something broad like that, it absolutely can apply to everybody, right? Or your daughter. If your mom's not alive, you're a daughter, your grandmother, your sister, right? If a woman in your life, could be your wife, anything, right? This is all she does. I can't break it down as well as a journalist did, but I didn't know all this is going on. This is a lady this is now, if you have listened to that live and you are up to date about this is the one that talks to, this is the lady who claims Ted Bundy tells her where the missing children are. And this is also the person who had 80 animals in her house at one point and got all the animal abuse charges. It's disgusting. A lot of scamming people off the back of a missing child. We got to knock down this misinformation. Sebastian Rogers is still missing. If you have any information, report it to local law enforcement, the TDI. Do not tell any of these grifters on YouTube. And you never do this with a missing child. I don't like trash pimps that do this. We don't know where these missing children are, no matter who it is. No matter if it's Summer Wells, no matter if it's Sebastian Rogers, we don't know where they are. We don't know if they're alive or not. But the last thing and the worst thing that you do on the internet is say that even if you really feel it in your gut, you don't say that they're not alive, because what that does is it ruins hope. It destroys hope. It stops people from sharing these photos out. It stops people from sharing the message out. And it's just disrespectful to all family involved. And it's not right, because you don't have that information. And you should not only not say it, but make thousands of dollars behind it, telling people with a bleeding heart, telling people with such a good heart who coming to you believe you, and you're telling them some magical stories of Ted Bundy is telling you this information. It's got to stop, people. It's sick. I'll link the Facebook, and I'll link that article. Until the next one, this is Crabtree's finally getting to the receipts to me about this grifter and her involvement with him in the beginning of this case with Seth, Tony, Chris, and Katie. Until the next one.
What's up, guys? Hope you enjoyed the video. Do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe to my clip channel at WhiteBoyRadio Clips, and in the description box is the link to be a member. Become a member if you can. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Stay safe, stay smart. Peace.